Hey everybody, what's up? Tom here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back. If you guys are repeat viewers, I guess it would be the key term there. But if you guys are new, welcome, first of all. I want to kind of give you guys a quick overview of what this channel is all about. So here's the deal with my channel. First of all, I like to consider myself a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So what I mean by that is pretty much anything I've able to do or I've ever done in life, I pick up really quick. And I do pretty well, but I'm not the best at it. And, you know, that's kind of the same thing here with Call of Duty. I've been playing it for so long, so I've gotten pretty good at it, but there's no way in hell I'm the best at it. But I think I can, you know, spread my knowledge, stuff I've learned, make some informative videos or some fun videos. I like to make videos just to make videos. They're fun. It's a good time for me. I enjoy it. So that's kind of the gist of the channel. Now, here, I want to ask you guys this. Anybody do anything exciting over the weekend? Leave a comment down below of what you guys did this weekend. Here's what I did. Yesterday, Saturday, I had to go to my parents' house and hack down some trees. So that was actually a lot of fun. I like cutting down trees for some reason. I know it sounds like hillbilly, but cutting down trees is kind of exciting. It's kind of cool to see something big and then you just dismantle it. But it was a pretty big tree, so I mean, I was tying it off. We were using leverage. I was, you know, hacking, doing V-cuts, and then pulling the rope so that it would drop slowly. There's a lot of thought behind it where I was tying it off, okay? So I had fun. And then today, Sunday, it's crappy weather, so I'm just chilling out. But yeah, drop a comment down below. I want to know what you guys were up to this weekend. See if anybody did anything fun. All right, into the video that we're watching here. So I have a Hardpoint gameplay for you guys because I want to talk about Hardpoint and why I think it's the easiest game mode to do well in Black Ops 4. And then I'm going to break down the class too, because actually this cordite here is like my newfound love in Black Ops 4. I love this submachine gun. I know it's probably been in like a week or two. I made a video about how I love the GKS and it's my favorite submachine gun. I'm actually going to have to put that on the back pedestal because the cordite is now my #1 submachine gun. This thing's a monster. I've seen a lot of people using it. So I decided to try it out myself, build my own class setup, look at what people are putting on it when I pick up the weapon, and I kind of came up with my own little setup, which is similar to what a lot of other people are running, minus maybe like one attachment. So here's a breakdown. I threw long barrel, grip, and rapid fire on it, and here's the reason why for each of them. Long barrel is self-explanatory. It's a submachine gun, so naturally its range is lower, so long barrel lets me get into a little bit longer range gunfights and actually win. Grip is really helpful on this gun because it naturally has a lot of kick, upward kick too, so I felt like a lot of my bullets were missing. The grip definitely has helped calm that down, so I feel like that's a must, especially for me. It's a personal feel. And then last but not least, this is probably the most important and the #1 required, rapid fire. So in order for this gun to be actually competitive against the other SMGs like the SOG or the Spitfire, you definitely have to have rapid fire on it. Plus the time to kill then is way lower. It actually feels really, really good, but the grip and the rapid fire kind of work hand in hand because the rapid fire seems to increase kick and the grip will counter that definitely. So that's the setup of the weapons. You can see I'm using a launcher again as always. That's always my secondary when I can use it. Reason why is because it acts as my ghost since I don't use ghost, and you can get a free 75 points, so why not use it? Like I could just see that guy there. I thought it was a mesh mine at first. It's like, is that a mesh mine? But no, it was just a shoulder. So the class here, we got to finish that up before I go any further. Stim shot is when I'm running for my equipment, and then scavenger, lightweight, and dead silence are my perks. Those are my common perks. If you guys have ever watched one of my videos, I always use those. With this class, I typically actually have the second perk, lightweight, be swapped out for gung ho, so that you can reload while sprinting, you can fire while sprinting and all that, but I didn't have it unlocked yet because I'm working my way through the beginning of my 3rd prestige right now. I think I'm only level 17 at the time of recording this video, and gung ho's unlocked I believe around 30, so that's kind of the reason why I have lightweight on right now. And then score streaks are pretty simple. They're basically the defaults with the Hellstorm swapped out for the Sniper's Nest, and I really like using those, and I'll break those down a little later. So Hardpoint as a game mode, I think is so easy to do well in, and the reason why is just it's the easiest mode to play and constantly come up on the enemy's backside. It's so simple to do. All you need to do is look at the minimap and then flank. And you'll see pretty much from the start of this video, if you focus on the minimap, you'll notice it right off the bat how evident it is that all I do is flank the hardpoint. So the hardpoint right now is in the middle, and my team is coming from the west side, I guess you could say, so behind me. And I know that the enemy team is going to be coming from the opposite end because the spawns are so predictable. It's always you spawn on the opposite sides of hardpoint. So what I'm going to do then is I'll just work a left flank or a right flank. On this side, I was kind of working the left flank. And I'll just loop around and then shoot the enemy in the back when they have the hard point. It's the easiest thing ever. You have to think of it this way. Obviously, the purpose of the hard point is to get on the hard point. So the enemy's just going to spawn and run towards it. My teammates are going to spawn and run towards it. So I just analyze, you know, what side am I running towards it from? What side is the enemy running towards it from? And then I just go and loop around the other side of the map. So the hard point's on the far right side here. So what I'm doing is I'm working all the way to the back. Now I didn't want to cut through the middle there. I can peek out this window to see if I can grab anybody. But right there it just shows me, okay, well they're spawning to my left, so I'm going to come up and pop these guys all in the back. Look at this. I mean, it's the easiest thing ever. You just keep doing that. Alternate the side of the map. So after I kill those guys, I'm here checking the spawn to see, are there any more spawning here or have they flipped it now? And there's one guy that's shooting my UAV. I'm not even going to worry about him because they clearly have flipped the spawn. And you can see my team just spawned heavily on the north end over there, that back corner. So I'm just going to flank through the middle, and I'm going to try to do the same thing. However, this guy against the wall right there, I thought he was a dead body at first because I've seen dead bodies get propped up there, and that's why I didn't shoot at him. I thought that was a dead dude, and he ended up picking me off, so that was unfortunate. But we're now in the middle hard point. Now, this is really the only hard point on this map that I'll actually sit in and defend because it's so easy to defend since it's all close quarters. I mean, it's with the submachine gun, it's the easiest to defend a close quarters hard point, and that's kind of what I did. So flank out a little bit, grab these guys, and this guy just, I don't know, half of my shots weren't hitting there. That was a pain. But that's really what you do in hard point. I mean, you can't get any more simplistic than that. You just analyze where the enemy's coming from, where are you coming from, and then push the hard point from the opposite side. Look at this. I'm doing the same thing. The enemy just walking right past me. They don't even look. They spawn and go straight towards the hard point. Nobody looks left or right. So it's super easy. I mean, this guy probably would have ran past me if he wasn't so far back and had such a peripheral. And that's all you do. So just work where the spawn is, flank it, and come up from behind the enemy, and you're going to get yourself a nice score in hard point. I played 5 matches because they had the challenge of the day, complete 5 hardpoint matches. Each match, I got over 50 kills easily. And I mean, some of them I had like 9 deaths, some of them I had 14. I think this one in particular, I get 14 deaths. One of the reasons why I get so many deaths is because of the stupid scythe, which was my specialist. That's another thing too. The scythe specialist, super helpful on hardpoint because it's so easy to clear people out. But I want to actually bring up a point that's going to happen here. This scythe sometimes doesn't fire. It like locks up, and it's going to happen to me right here when I die. I'll get a few kills, but then I'm going to peek back around to shoot a guy, and it's not going to fire. It's going to stutter right there. Like it didn't fire. I didn't know why. I think it was because I was aiming down the sight. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I think it's because I was aiming down the sight, and sometimes it causes the gun not to fire right away. So from now on, all I ever do is just hip fire it. I don't even aim down the sight with that gun anymore. It's so easy to pop people. I can't believe I lost that either. I would have had something. So that was unfortunate, but the scythe is really good to be able to run in and clear it out, and then you can sit on it for a little bit and get some good defend kills at the same time to really easily get your score streaks, which I guess it's a good time to kind of go into those. UAV is nothing I'm going to talk about, but the sniper's nest is one of my favorite score streaks in this game. I feel like every time I use that, it performs so well. I get a handful of kills with it. The thing that does stink is you only get 10 points per kill. So I mean, it's really hard for a score streak in this game to get you the next score streak when you're only getting 10 points a kill. If anything, it's screwing you over because I could be running towards their spawn about to shoot a guy, and my sniper's nest steals 100 points from me, or actually 90 points I should say. So that could be a pain, but it always works really well. And actually, I noticed that certain maps you can use the sniper's nest and the attack helicopter at the same time, and then other maps it limits you, which is really odd. So I don't know why they do that. Just let me put both of my stuff up on every map and then let the guy hack it, because that's always what happens anyways. So why would they limit that? I don't know. Something goofy. I guess they just don't want air support dominating. But my whole thing is I always like to use autonomous score streaks because I don't want to have to control them. I want to be able to continue to run around and kill while they're up in the air killing. Look at this, came up from behind again. So easy. It's so easy. That guy's AFK, so that was a free one. But the autonomous score streaks are definitely one of my favorites. When we were playing Nuketown 24/7 last weekend, I was actually running the UAV with the sniper's nest and the mantis. And the reason why is the thought process behind it is the Mantis will flush anybody out that's inside the buildings, and then the Sniper's Nest will take out anybody that's outside. Now, here's why I chose the Mantis over the Strike Team, is because the Mantis was shooting rockets into the buildings of Nuketown and getting me like 4 kills at once. It was awesome. Where the Strike Team, you really have to kind of be next to the guy and in the line of sight of him, and then he'll just shoot you. But having the explosion was really helpful because people were dying from those rockets so easily, and it was getting me insane scores. I'll have to see if I can post that video. I don't even know if I still have it because I'll have to record it from the theater mode. But here's another thing that I wanted to talk about. My next video, I have a team deathmatch that I really can't wait to post up. It's kind of about there's 2 things. It's about how the matchmaking in this game is atrocious. Look at this, I go to town right here. And then on top of that, showing how well I work the attack helicopter kill streak, because I just keep making sure the spawn of the enemy is outside and they just get annihilated. So I got the Sniper's Nest right at the end. Of course I don't get to use it, but oh well. That was a pretty decent game though. Here, I'm gonna get my score up. I finished top of the leaderboard with a 68-25 score there. 7,900 damage, that's pretty good. And I ended up going 56-14, so I had a couple of goofy deaths there that I probably could have avoided, but what are you gonna do? It's Call of Duty, you're gonna die. Like I said, jack of all trades, but a master of none. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay commentary. If you did, drop a like below. And hopefully the next one I won't sound as tired because it won't be right in the morning when I wake up. Stick around for that team deathmatch video coming up next. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching and take care.